what do you call it? Being a cuck.
Yeah, that's the
You're
that's
a
the
cuck
one.
advocate.
Yeah.
It's like what Adam 22 is kind of doing, right?
Yeah,
had
for
a
a while.
pulse.
I don't know.
Yeah. But so I want to ask you this.
Mhm.
We have a little experience in this. Not actually. Well, we'll get to that.
Cuckoldry or
I'll get to that.
okay. Jesus. Okay.
So what is it about? Do you like? It's a tough question. Explain to us. No, shut up. I'm gonna ask the question. So what about? Do you? So you like watching other men have sex with your girl or your wife?
No, not really. No.
No. Explain to us. Explain to us.
So before the red pill shit, these are just called open relationships. But then after like the red pill stuff, people became obsessed. I call it cuck hunting, where people will like look for cuckoldry like fucking everywhere. Like if your girlfriend like fucked a guy, like 5 months before you started dating her, people call you like a cuck. It's like an insane obsession.
Oh, okay.
But the I mean, like I'd say I have a decently high sex drive. I like to fuck around. Obviously, I've got a lot of access being a YouTuber guy. And if I date somebody,
a lot of
access, yeah.
People sliding in your DMs.
Something, yeah, of course, you guys, I'm sure, right?
Yeah.
But so like if I want to sleep around, I imagine if I'm going to date somebody, they're probably going to be sleeping around too, and because I don't think I could ever do. I know that in some of the communities, people advocate for these like one-sided, open-ended relationships, which just seems. I don't believe any of those actually work. I don't think they're even real. I think the girls are always fucking around. The guys are just naive.
Right.
So
I thought I was looking at it from a wrong perspective. I had a wrong impression. I thought you like watched your.
No, well, because that's a meme. Because if you're like nowadays, there's no such thing as like an open or poly, whatever the fuck. People just all like call it all cuckoldry. So it's like whatever,
right.
But,
Yeah. So, we had some experience in that when I was in Marine Corps. No, this guy like.
What's that? Well, I got to hear now. What's the experience?
I'll tell you. So. I was a horny bastard when I was like 20, right? So I lived in Orange County, California.
Okay.
And it was the Orange County Register was the paper, and they had an adult classified section in the paper.
Yeah. Oh, no.
It's no cell phones back in the day. But it's no cell phones or anything like that, so keep that in mind. It's like all we had was pagers, right? Yeah. So I created an online account. Well, it's not even online. The internet wasn't even big yet. You would call this phone number, set up an account. I forgot how you pay for it. You would pay it over the phone or whatever, and they give you minutes. So you would go on this thing, right? So, my name's Keith Hodge. I'm 6'2", black male. I'm in shape. I got green eyes and shit. You put your profile out, and then people hear your profile, and then they respond if they're interested. 3-4 days went by. I wasn't getting no love. I was like, man, this is some bullshit.
Yeah, racist, huh?
Yeah, racist people. They're not Negroes. But anyway, finally, I get a message. I'm like, I got one message. So I push the pound to hear the message. It's a guy. I'm like, oh fuck, a homosexual, right? But it wasn't even that.
Yeah.
It was just a guy. He was like into watching people have sex with his wife.
Yeah.
And I was like,
looking for that big black bull. Yeah, that BBC. That's what he's looking for. Yeah,
Right.
It runs along those communities a lot. Yeah.
yeah. So I said, you know what? This sounds kind of interesting. I said, but I'm not. Yeah. Man, this dude might not have to be Jeffrey Dahmer or some shit. So I said, I got a twin brother. Can I bring him along? He said, the more the merrier.
So Big keeps going.
Shut up! I'm telling the story. So I pick up Kevin. We get there. This is a white couple. They're in like the 50s. And big house. He's a lawyer.
Very fluent, man.
Yeah, and she's his secretary, and they work together. And we're talking. And I see a picture of 2 twin kids. I'm like, oh, you have twins. I was like, where are they? Oh, they're at grandma's house tonight. You ain't got to worry about them. But long story short, we had sex with his wife, and he watched.
Yeah.
It was crazy because I couldn't even get hard because he kept looking at me.
Was this the first time you guys had fucked in front of each other?
Yeah, it was like, it's weird because you're looking at you're looking at
It feels
yourself.
like you're looking at yourself.
The worst. And the guy's freaking me out. He's walking around stroking it, right?
And this dude, he's about this tall.
Yeah.
Short, fat, bald, white guy. And his mushroom tip is as wide as this.
No, it wasn't that big. It was like that bottle right there.
Well,
it was like this.
That's still pretty wide.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Who you going to fuck with that?
And he had Frankenstein stitches on the side of it. Like he had some kind of surgery. It was the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
And when I went up,
He was cock gazing, huh?
Well, you couldn't help because I was doing it. Then he just busted in the room. This fat pot-belly Ron Jeremy looking dude.
You know, he's supposed to be watching you, right? Not the other way around.
But he wasn't. He was
We was freaking out because he's watching us. Watch.
One girl, 3 guys in a room. The girl's getting the least attention, huh? You guys are all.
Jesus.
She's just along for the ride. Yeah. Okay.
He was freaking me out. He had a Frankencock. It's the biggest cock I ever saw in my life. I thought I was hung. This dude had a horse cock. I thought
he probably had some enhancements though.
Yeah,
but the stitches are for augmented.
Yeah. But that's what I was thinking because I had seen online people saying you're a cuck, but you're not a cuck. You
just open relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you think that's what hurt your marriages? Or do you think they were really love marriages? You just did it for like.
I love the people, but I'm not like a marriage guy. I'll do it if I need to. Like if I date somebody and they're from like another country, it's like, well, we have to get married, otherwise we can't live together. I'm not gonna do a fucking long distance relationship. But if there were 2 people, I think the only time I'd ever like get married, like if I needed to, would probably be like if there was a kid involved, just because of the financial stuff and the paperwork and the because it's weird otherwise. Because there's like you're gonna live with a woman and pay child support to her while you're like taking your kid to school and. Custody, it'd be weird, yeah. So. But otherwise, yeah, I'm not like a big.
Yeah, you don't like traditional marriage because you think that that social contract is more in favor of the female over the.
Fuck no.
No.
Jesus Christ, no, absolutely not. I just sorry, I fought against a lot of people who say that. No, it's not even about that. I just my life is just so unconventional. I'm sure even for you guys, right? Like just the crazy online shit, the putting out content, people saying things about you, people, I don't know, they go after like family members or whatever if you start fighting
they go
with
after
people.
my daughter and stuff.
Yeah, it's wild. So whatever relationships I'm in, they're probably going to look like pretty unconventional because my whole life is like very unconventional. I work like 14 hours a day, travel around the world or the United States. Yeah, everything's just really weird. So, yeah.
Okay. So you're straight. You're a straight guy?
I'm like bisexual-ish.
Bisexual-ish?
Bisexual-ish. I don't think I'd ever date a guy, but I'll hook up with him.
What the fuck?
I don't want to date a dude. It's fucking gay. What the fuck?
What?
They're gonna fucking cuddle with a homie after sucking his dick? How fucking nasty would that be? Holy shit.
Well, when I think of bisexual, I think of gay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Yeah.
Like,
then I'm either lying about the gay side or I'm lying about the straight side. So I guess I don't know. I'll figure it out one day.
So you don't consider yourself gay? You're bisexual.
Yeah, a gay light.
That's gay splaining.
Yeah, because look, straight people have sex with straight people, right?
Yeah.
And then you have gay people, they'll fuck anything.
What you do?
That's why I say when I look at bisexual.
So it's like gay, like bisexual, your version of bisexual, or?
Yeah, when I think of bisexual, I just think of gay because gay people have sex with both. It's just gay.
They fuck anything.
Yeah.
Like
what does the homo and homosexual mean? Doesn't that just mean one, like, you just fuck one thing?
I don't know. Well, homosexual.
Listen, if that's what gay is to you, then I'm gay. Yeah.
Yeah, like if I came home, like if my wife came home and I was down sucking a dude's cock, she would say I'm gay.
Yeah.
Even though
would you say you're gay or that's gay?
I'm gay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think how most people look at it.
I came across a couple online. This dude is dating a trans woman, and he said he sucks her off. She has a cute little penis that looks like a clitoris.
Okay. So the opposite of the Frankencock. Okay.
Yeah. But he doesn't consider himself gay.
Okay.
I was like, that's gay.
Okay.
Hey, so
do you see it differently, or?
I mean, I guess you could. I don't know. I don't think about the. I guess I'm more interested in the underlying content than the label for it. I don't really care as much.
Yeah. You don't pay too much of what straight gay. You don't really care.
No, I don't really think too much about it. No.
Yeah. So you ever think about marrying a guy since the women ain't working out?
It's a good idea, actually.
Yeah.
It would be easier, I think, because guys are just better in every way. That's why the red pill guys say don't live with your girlfriend, don't live with your wife. Just fucking move in with your bros who enable you to be better and stronger. And yeah.
So you slept with a guy before?
Hooked up with a guy before, yeah.
Hooked up? What do you mean, like just sucking cock?
Basically, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, slobbing on some. Yeah, we didn't have to break out the Vaseline you guys had earlier. So nothing like that, thankfully.
No, hey. Destiny's talking about this. Before the show started, I had this Vaseline right here because I can't find my chapstick. Okay. Yeah. What was I gonna go to?
Yeah, this whole cocksucking just. I didn't know you were
when did
bisexual.
When did you determine? When did you first realize you was attracted to men?
Yeah. I don't know. I think it was like late 20s. I was like, why not try it? Fuck it.
Really?
Sure, why not? You only live one life, you know?
Dude, you very open-minded.
Whatever, dude. I'll try anything once.
Wake up. I'm going to suck a cock today. I've I don't know. I've
Like
never.
I knew I was attracted to girls like very early age. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's pretty normal. I feel the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
You were the same way.
Yeah.
And then what do you think caused the bisexual stuff to come on?
Yeah.
Do you think it's like bad experiences with women, or
No, I think it's
Porn
just
or
trying. I'm just curious.
do you watch porn?
I do indeed watch porn. Yeah.
You think that may have led to it? Because porn, man, that'd take you down some damn dark rabbit holes.
we speak from experience.
Yeah.
That
I don't
shit-
know. I've heard people talk about that, but I've never had that. Like, if you were to go through, like, when I go to jerk off to porn, I'm looking at like blowjobs or people fucking. I've never gone down like the crazy.
Oh yeah. Oh, give
I
it
would-
time.
Give it time. I mean, I'm 35. I feel like if it was gonna happen, it would have happened by this point.
No, it's going to hit you when you least expect.
Okay. Yeah.
I went down some.
Because see,
darker-
porn, that shit puts a tumor in your brain, and then it metastasizes and goes to your dick. And it fucking you like, man. I remember I came across the scene of a chick doing a dog. I was like, oh, this is hot. Then I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck is going on?
Was this before or after you finished?
I stopped myself.
I feel like you could say the same for like any hobby. Like I
Yeah.
think that
Yeah.
you can jerk off to porn responsibly,
Yeah.
or you can go crazy with it. But I think that's true of like anything, right? Like
Yeah.
like you look at a video game, you can play a video game for an hour or
Right.
whatever, or you've got people who lose their entire fucking lives to games, like sitting up all day.
Yeah.
You can smoke some weed every now and then to relax or
Yeah.
hang out with friends, or you can be a guy that has to smoke every single fucking day because of anxiety or to sleep or whatever. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
hobbies are good servants but bad masters, and too many people let their hobbies run their lives or whatever they get obsessed with. So.
Mhm.
That's true. You got to take accountability and take, be responsible for your own actions.
Yeah,
Too
but
much porn can.
Yeah. You know what saved me?
What?
Christ.
Yeah.
He put his hands on me. I looked up, then I saw his blonde hair, blue eyes looking at me. He said, "Thou shalt not stroke of thy dick of any more." I was free.
Jesus.
Blue-eyed Jesus.
Yeah, his blonde blue eyes.
Moses left that commandment up on the mountain. That was the 11th one. God wasn't done inscribing yet.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, porn, I had to give that up.
Yeah.
I think if you could do without it, it's probably good. But I think that's almost true of any kind of like vice-ish thing.
Yeah.
Like if you didn't play any games, it'd probably be better for you. If you didn't do any drugs, it'd probably be better for you. If you never drank alcohol, it'd be better for you.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, balance it out.
Well, it all depends on the person, really.
Mhm.
Some people, alcohol could be done recreational, and some people, it just turns into an addiction.
Yeah.
Yeah. It all depends on the person, really.
I think the thing that frustrates me the most about talks about like bad vices, like porn or drugs, is people never talk about like how to use them responsibly. People take
Yeah.
a zero-sum approach.
Yeah.
So if you walk around, it's like,
Yeah.
do you guys remember Dare?
Mm.
Dare, it was like the anti-drug shit. How old are you guys?
Oh, yeah, there.
Yeah, I'm old. I remember that.
Okay, yeah. It was a big, yeah. I grew up until I was like 25. I thought if I smoked marijuana, my fucking dick would fall off. I like,
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah,
you just
that's
hear the
true.
dumbest shit. Yeah, I wish people just, rather than focusing on like, don't ever do this and don't ever do that, be like,
Mhm.
this is what you should be aware of. And if this is happening, you probably need to slow down or you
Right.
need to stop. Like, yeah,
Right.
being aware of like signs that something is unhealthy rather than just like thinking some things are always good and some things are always bad, I think would be better. For
True.
people.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Very true.
People act like if you don't masturbate to porn for like 2 months, you could fucking levitate or something. It's kind of,
Yeah.
Especially the Christian conservatives.
yeah, sometimes,
That's a
yeah.
sin. You know, God's watching you when you bust your nuts.
And you know they're busted to the craziest shit too, because those guys are always looking at the wildest fucking shit, man.
The
My
conservatives?
God. Oh yeah, they always are. You go to like the Mormon fucking states, you look at that's like the highest instance of gay
Mhm.
porn and shit. I don't know why, but
Hey,
gay
do you
porn?
remember you know who Turning Point USA is, right?
yeah, Charlie Kirk, right?
Yeah, Charlie Kirk. They had a porn star actually attend one of their events.
Well, she went there. She
Yeah.
wasn't invited, but she decided
Yeah,
to pay the
yeah,
money
bought
and
tickets.
fly in. They found out who she was, and they kicked her out.
I'm like, how did they find out who she was?
Every motherfucker is looking at. Wait a second.
Yeah, and they kicked her out.
I didn't like
That's
that.
the one thing. I don't believe in censorship, and us being conservatives, we don't like censorship, right? And then they do the exact same thing. Same
Well-
thing that goes for Candace.
What's kind of thing with the donors? They got donors,
Yeah,
and there's pictures. Money is the root of all evil. So
yeah.
That's why
But
they
they call out the left when they do it, but they don't call it when they do it.
well,
I think that like the problem is that I think people sometimes take hard stances on stuff, and the stance is not. They think they've got like a really hard stance on a thing, but in reality, there's just some factual thing they disagree with.
Mhm.
So like nobody is a free speech absolutist, because as soon as you say like, oh well, should you be able to post child porn? Like it's like, okay, well no, not that.
I'm gonna switch gears.
Okay.
Trans rights.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Trans rights.
Yeah,
Trans rights. What trans rights means is that if you don't have people investing money into surgeries and everything, you're never, ever, ever going to see another Franken dick again in your life. Because I bet that dick was the beneficiary of a whole bunch of research
Man,
into
I'm still
bottom
scarred
surgery.
by that. Yeah.
So is he, apparently, on two sides. The trans rights, that conversation is also super political.
Yeah.
On like a very basic, like on the very, 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 very fundamental, like scientific, biological, psychological side of it, it seems like there are some people that for whatever reason their brains seem to be sexed differently than their bodies, and in all the therapeutic, whatever the fuck, and trying to give people therapy and trying to give people medication, it seems like there's no way.
I think there's some truth to that.
Yeah, and
these
it seems
people
like
are not doing this shit for nothing.
Sure, yeah. Well, I don't know now, but generally in the past,
you're doing it for shits and giggles, huh?
The 85% of trans people that are now like non-binaries at college, that's a separate thing. But for like trans people, for actual trans people, it seems like there's an issue there, and it seems like of all the ways to treat them, you can either change the mind or change the body, and changing the mind hasn't seemed to work, so then you help them change the body, basically.
Don't seem like any of this shit's working.
Well, I mean, like the changing the body works for like those types of treatments work, but the issue is that now because it's such a political issue, now there's like trans is more like an aesthetic than like
and I don't think it needs to be political.
This is the thing. If you're 18 and over, I'm totally fine with it.
Yeah.
But I just disagree with letting little kids, as young as 5, 6, 7, they go through these surgeries. I don't agree that it should be taught to kids.
And I think that would be common sense.
Maybe. Yeah, I'd be really careful with that. So I think that there's a couple things. So one, kids aren't generally getting surgeries. That's pretty extreme.
They're taking drugs to prevent their...
Yeah, they might be doing like puberty blockers or whatever. But two...
But that's extreme too.
Yeah, it can be. The thing that I would say is that whatever the research is pointing at...
there's no research on this.
There's a lot of research. It's not long-term yet. And it's still like, it's very controversial, right?
I think the research at this point is tenuous.
Yeah, it probably is, for sure. But like, if there's research on a particular thing... I think that that's a choice that should be left between the parents, the doctors, and the child.
But shouldn't the government protect kids from sick parents?
It should when reasonable, but like the problem is, and this is a hard one because in America, we have to tolerate people here that we really disagree with. Sometimes I think people in America think that like tolerating differences in opinion is like, well, you know, I want Bernie Sanders, but this guy likes Biden, so I guess we get along. Or like, oh, like I want Donald Trump for 2 terms, or this guy wants Donald Trump for a 3rd term, and I think that's weird. And like that's like the diverse. But really, it might be as different as like, yeah, like I think that my kid at 14 years old should be on puberty blockers, and you don't think that should be even allowed. But I think in the U.S., like in my mind, I've got a 13-year-old son. I'm just trying to think of like, if my kid had a medical problem when he was 14 or 15, and there was treatment that might have been available, and I couldn't pursue it because, you know, DeSantis or somebody had like outlawed it.
Yeah.
And if my kid ended up, you know, either dying or killing himself when he was 16 or 17, I think I would lose my fucking mind on that. Right. Now, I understand that there are definitely parents that can be abusive of children, and that's disgusting too. Yeah. But like the idea that you would block off, like that's the same argument that people use for firearms. I like guns, okay? Fuck you. Just because John fucks around with his gun and kills himself or has his kid killed doesn't mean you can take my shit. But that's the argument that people use for trans surgery. It's like, well, some parents are sick. And it's like, okay, well, some parents like rape their kids. I'm not going to chop my dick off because you think I might, like, what the fuck? No, that's crazy, yeah.
I think that, I've heard that before, that argument, well, affirming trans kids' sexuality, or their gender, saves lives. But I think that's an extreme way to look at it because, you know, mutilating, or I wouldn't say mutilating, removing body parts and blocking their puberty, I think that doesn't save lives. It's altering your life. For you to go out and say that it's going to save their life, it's just, you speak it metaphorically, and it's a bit extreme.
Yeah,
because
I mean,
nothing actually saves the kid's life.
Well, you're putting them in a position where they're less likely to, I guess, kill themselves, right?
Really?
But does it prevent them from committing suicide?
I mean, that's what the research would, you'd have to look to that.
Well, there's countless videos of people that regret, that went through that process to transition. I've seen plenty of stories where people have transitioned, got to surgeries, and they commit suicide. I've seen a guy transition, became a girl, whatever, looks just like a girl. Totally bang that if it was actual girl. But she ended up killing herself.
Sure, but I mean, like, there's a lot of stories on the other side as well, like kids that weren't able to transition or kids that never felt right in their body and ended up killing themselves.
You know what I think the problem is? We try to rationalize it. We try to rationalize it. I don't think you should rationalize anything when it comes to a child. I think they should make that ultimate decision when they're 18. I could care less if a man wants to wear a dress. I believe in freedom. I believe in the Constitution. I believe in pursuit of happiness. But when you push that on a kid, when that kid more often than not has been taught that or indoctrinated, because we came across this trans family, and the guy wants to be a woman, and the woman wants to be a man. They have a child, right? And the male, the biological male who's living his life as a woman, is trying to breastfeed the child. Watch this video right here.
We're gonna show a video, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Where the video at?
Taking too long.
You can make it better.
I'm really thankful for Ahanu for creating our family.
Oh, I just put it over here.
The baby has been able to latch, but I've not been able to produce any milk. It's okay because we're gonna supplement the feeding with formula so that my baby's still getting the nutrients that they need, but I'm still feeling hopeful. I appreciate you so much for all your work. And I appreciate you also, baby. I couldn't have done it without you.
Man.
Okay, you motherfuckers need to give me a warning if you're gonna start putting shit like this on the screen. Jesus fucking Christ, all right? I was not ready for that. My God.
That's
See, this is the thing.
But hold on, wait, to be clear, these are fucking weirdos. Okay.
Okay.
These are not like
yeah.
because we can find fucking weirdos from every. My background is pro gaming. You better believe there's a lot of fucking weirdos
Right,
in my
right,
background, right? Or like for religious people, you got people that let their kids die because they don't believe in
Right.
like surgery or blood
Yeah,
transfusions.
that's
or whatever,
crazy.
right?
Yeah.
Right.
But you wouldn't use that argument to say all religion should be banned from the U.S.
Right.
Like
right.
I agree there are fucking weirdos. I'm just saying that like in my like right now we're talking about trans stuff, but before it might have been like medication, right? Like does a child need to be on an amphetamine or a stimulant? Or does a child need to be on an SSRI or whatever? And it's like maybe they do, maybe they don't. But I think you need when you're getting in between like a parent and a doctor about their kid, that's just in my world. That's like the scare. You better have a
Dude,
rock solid
and
fucking.
personally, I think the doctor, the parents, everybody needs to be locked up. I mean, when you become a doctor,
yeah.
I mean, what you do should be based on science. There's not enough research with this.
Yeah.
I think this is just Frankenstein doctors trying to make a buck. The only reason why we get to that video we got right there is because the weirdos, as you call them, they will do anything to affirm their fake reality. That's why they're pushing this on kids. It's to affirm these wackos.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think a majority of the kids that wants to, go through these procedures because they've been indoctrinated, and those parents are trying to affirm their own lifestyle. Because you imagine when this kid grows up, what do you think's going to happen? You think that kid's going to be straight? More likely, it's going to be non-binary.
Possibly, maybe, yeah. And I mean, like, yeah, these people are definitely weird. But like, I mean, like, how many trans people came from ordinary, well-adjusted? How many gay people came from ordinary, well-adjusted families where the parents have?
Right.
Yeah.
Same
And it's
thing
like the
for straight
best.
people.
Think about it.
But
It's like the
that's-
best thing for like gay acceptance too. Now,
Right,
right?
right,
Like your
right.
kid comes up to you and he's like, "I need to tell you something." You're like, "Oh fuck," and your kid's like,
Yeah.
"I'm gay." You're like, "Oh, thank God."
You're not non-binary, right?
Oh, he's just
But-
gay. Okay.
This clip that I showed you, that was in a documentary on TLC.
Sure.
In a rational society, those people be locked up and that kid would be taken away.
Maybe.
Because
But
he's
like people
actually-
say that shit about some religious stuff too, right? You got to be careful
Yeah.
for that, right?
Oh, but that's
No.
that is crazy.
That's why I say we politicize things. We shouldn't look at things politically. It's either right or it's wrong.
Yeah, but again, like we're loading that, like making it so obvious. Like you talk about like cutting off genitals and stuff. Like we still like circumcise kids in the United States.
That's good. That's different from chopping it off.
That's real weird though. Why are you chopping parts of kids' dicks off?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not circumcised, so I
Sure,
totally
but I'm
get
just
it.
saying that's fucking weird, right? We just
Yeah.
cut because you want the little
Well-
boy's dick to look like the dad's dick, and that's really it, right? That's kind of fucking weird.
Yeah, I remember my mom.
Not as weird as chopping it off.
Might not be as weird, but it's still pretty fucking weird. And you can have complications that mean they have to chop it off, right? That was that one. There was a famous case study for a guy that they tried to make him a girl because at birth they had, I think, a complication from a circumcision, so they ended up having to take the whole dick.
Yeah, I
And-
saw that.
yeah. Now, I'm not saying it's the same thing. I'm just saying that sometimes we think like we should only do what's clearly right or clearly wrong, and it's like, I mean, we've got other weird shit in society, and yeah, I don't know.
You don't think you're playing Russian roulette with the child's life?
You might, but the argument is you're already playing Russian roulette with a child's life because of these kids that do grow up trans and can't find any help or treatment, and then they end up
Right.
offing themselves whatever.
I look at it like this. When we have enough information on it, like right now, I like proceed with caution. I don't think anybody should be doing this until they're 18. But the parents that's proceeding with this type of life altering medication and affirming their kids' lifestyle, I think when the data comes out, it's going to really hurt the gay community.
Maybe, but I mean, if the data comes out and it doesn't work, it's not helping. You just then we stop it. We walk it back.
Yeah. But
But I
damn,
mean, like-
we sacrifice a lot of kids.
I don't think there's that many. Like for
Yeah.
surgeries and stuff, it's not. I don't think it's
Yeah.
that's incredibly rare.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm a firm believer sexuality is taught. Like the majority of us are straight because I had straight parents.
Yeah.
If I grew up and I had two gay parents, I would think majority of society would be gay.
Yeah.
I think
I think it's taught.
Is that? I don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah,
I think the majority of society is straight because they have.
I think
straight
it'll be
parents.
some outliers. Like you grew up a conservative family, right?
Yep, super Catholic. Yeah.
Yeah, you're an outlier. You bisexual, gay. You know, there's gonna be outliers. Gay people raising a child. There's gonna be some outliers. They're gonna be straight. But I think it will be a huge increase in the gay population.
Yeah, be the majority at that point.
Yeah,
If everybody was raised to be gay,
yeah.
because that's how you were raised to be straight. But you're like you said, you're an outlier. I think majority of society would be gay.
I don't know if there's like that research yet that shows that like if a kid is raised a certain way, it like correlates more with being gay. I think they've been trying to find that a lot because it's really hard to figure out where it comes from. But I don't think we have a good understanding of like where it
Let me
comes from.
paint a picture for you.
Okay.
You grow up. You got 2 gay dads.
Yeah.
Say you're adopted. Say they're 2 black men, right? 2 gay black men adopt you, right?
Make a white man.
Huh?
Make a white man.
No, I want to make the story crazy. 2 black men, right? Buff as hell, big as shit. Both of them 6'3", rippling muscle. And every morning you wake up, oh yeah, take it. Oh yeah, hey dad, I'm finna come. You hear that every morning. It's gonna normalize it in your brain.
Yeah.
So the first thing you do when you hear people, man, I want to get fucked like my dad. Because you being taught that. You know?
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think the studies are out there yet for it, but who knows?
Well,
right?
you say it's not enough studies out there for trans kids.
Like
yet,
me having like a father and a mom, and just my dad kissing my mom, that embeds stuff into my brain.
Yeah.
It teaches me certain things, I think.
Yeah, yeah,
But if I didn't have that and I had 2 gay dads and I seen them kissing
yeah.
and stuff, and I'm like, oh man, I want some of that. You know what I mean?
I understand what you're saying. You can keep saying the same story. I don't know if there's actually like I don't know if there's anything to support that other than it sounds.
So
like
you
it
don't
might
think
happen.
people can be groomed?
What do you mean by groomed?
Like a pedophile, when they do something to a kid, a lot of times that kid grow up and do that same thing to other kids when they grow up. They become pedophiles.
Yeah.
I think it's possible, but like the majority of people that abuse kids aren't even pedophiles. Like 10%, I think, of them.
I'm just talking about pedophilia.
It's possible. I don't know.
It's possible.
I think that sexuality is really complicated, and I don't think we have any good answers for like.
There's a
where
psychological side
gayness
to
and
it.
where-
There's an
yeah,
environmental side to it.
biological. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
hard to know. Like, I just don't think there's any strong
Think
research
about-
that points to one side or another.
Yeah, the thing about trans kids, to hop back on that, and it's like, man, we don't let kids smoke, we don't let them vote, drive a car, and for them to have an ability to even have an influence over their parents to have such a life altering it, because you can't go back after that.
Well, I mean, if you do puberty blockers, you can, right?
They say you can reverse it, but
Before
Michael
doing
Jackson
Yeah.
went through something like that. That's why he has a high pitched voice.
a lot of
A lot
opera
of opera
singers.
singers do it too. They have it's for the men. I forget what they call it.
So their voice will be high pitched.
How like pitched like a woman. You don't
There's
get
some
it back.
things you don't go back, like females who jump on testosterone, they start growing beards and that voice get real deep. Once you get up at testosterone, you
Yeah.
can't change that.
Bodybuilding women, that voice change. You can't.
Yeah, it's going to stay raspy.
Mhm.
You know, some of these things that
I mean,
can't-
if you do hormones, depending on the female to male one, there are things that change.
Mhm.
Because when you have testosterone and the cartilage thickens in your
Mhm.
whatever that causes the atoms to come out, when you get rid of the testosterone, that doesn't go away, so your voice is always
Mm.
a little
So
different.
do you think trans women should be able to breastfeed their kids?
does fucking milk come out?
They call it. Well,
They call it milk, but we all know it's sweat, pus, and salt.
Listen, whatever they say it is in the fucking beaker, okay? When Walter White tests it,
Yeah.
whatever it fucking says, if they want to
Yeah.
do it. I, don't know.
You
I
think
think it's
it, like,
fucking
if-
weird, but
If she takes those drugs and start producing that milk or whatever they want to call it, do you think they should breastfeed their kid with that?
listen, I don't know.
Take
Man,
a
I don't have a
stance,
strong.
man.
I don't have a strong. I don't know. Those two guys were weird for a whole bunch of reasons. That
Yeah.
had nothing to do with being fucking
Yeah.
trans. Those are just weird fucking people.
No,
okay? I don't
those
like
are
that.
straight. Those are straight up trans. Dude.
Yeah, yeah.
That is the trans community right there in a nutshell.
Look, this is my position. I'm all about people living a life how they want to live.
it's got to
you know?
be based in reality.
But it's got to be based in reality.
Well, but I mean, you say that, but then
Yeah.
like every fucking atheist is going to say, well, what about all the religious people that do all the weird shit with their kids?
man, let's stick to the trans. Let's leave the
I'm just saying, you're
religion.
saying based in reality.
Yeah.
And you got like atheists versus religious people. That's like one of the fundamental disagreements between fucking,
Yeah, but we talk about trans kids.
So, do you think they should be allowed to breastfeed?
I think that we should follow the science. If the science says one thing and people want to do it, I mean, it's their choice. It's their families. They could do it.
Yeah.
If there's not strong supporting evidence, then it should be experimental, so only okayed in like extreme circumstances. And if the evidence is pointing strongly against it, then
Yeah.
you don't let them do it because it'd be harmful to the children. I think it's
What if you don't have the evidence?
if you like I said, well, if you've got like exploratory stuff, then it's experimental, and you like green light it for extreme cases. Like if you've got like a parent, or if you've got somebody dying of like some cancer, and they're like, listen, we can do chemo, we can do radiology or whatever. You got like 2 months, but there's this other thing. We could try it. No guarantee. There's like clinical trials or whatever. You'd like try it that way. And the trials, you see how they work. But yeah, I mean, that's all you do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you should ban that shit.
Yeah, I think those parents,
You need to ban that
they
shit,
go to
bro.
jail for a
'Cause
very
look-
long time. They take the kid, right? Take the kid, have someone adopt or put them in foster care. Those two people that we just saw, they shouldn't be nowhere near kids. Because let me explain to you. It's probably gonna make you uncomfortable. Well, it probably won't because you're gay. But for me,
Yeah.
my nipple is an erogenous zone,
Here we
right?
go.
Okay.
Like
Just
when-
your nipple, you're one of them.
Both of them,
Okay.
right? When my wife touches it, I get a hard erection.
Me too.
Right?
My nuts
Hard
get,
erection.
My
I
nuts
mean-
get tight. My nuts like 2 tennis balls sitting together.
Yeah.
That's an erogenous zone.
Yeah, so
Well, you don't think women don't feel the same way?
yeah, the women feel the same thing.
Yeah,
I just
but-
want to. This is just
But see,
anecdotal.
women-
Hey,
women-
shut up. This is just anecdotal, but that's an erogenous zone for a lot of people, men and women. And this dude's getting sucked off. Well, he's trying to.
Yeah, but I mean, aren't
breastfeed
women getting
his
sucked
kid.
off when they're breastfeeding
Yeah,
their kids?
but it serves a purpose. It's got milk in it.
Sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's
a
why
man-
women can do it.
Her nipple serves no purpose.
Yeah, that's weird. I agree. If there's
And
no
my-
milk coming out, that's pretty fucking weird. I agree with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, my wife told me when she was breastfeeding, she said it hurts. The kid latches on. It's like a little fucking rabbit just about to bite your fucking nipple off. So it's nothing. That dude's getting sucked.
Okay.
That's a dude. There's no nipple. It's just sick.
Here,
This shit needs
here's-
to be
This is my mental test. This is what I
Okay.
do when I think about shit like this. Okay.
Yeah.
If
me out
you're
here.
in power and you're saying, I want to prevent kids from XYZ, the government needs to have the power to make this illegal. What I try to think of is, okay, let's say that the guys that I don't like are in office and they have the same power. What would they take from me? And if I feel like I stand to lose more than I'd gain otherwise by having that power, then I say, well, fuck that. So the only thing that scares me about saying, like, oh, well, if I'm this trans shit, we got to ban this and blah, 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 blah. If I were religious, I'd be worried about all the parents that are like, well, I think taking, you talk about indoctrination earlier. I think confirmation is indoctrination. I think that taking kids to church and making them, listen to people speaking in tongues, that's indoctrination. I think that
Right.
Mormonism and all this crazy shit, I think that's indoctrination. That should be illegal. And if you guys want to ban the queer books or whatever the fuck from school, well, we should ban Bibles and shit as well. So it's like, fuck it. I don't think. Yeah,
But-
it's just hard. This is why I say for the trans
Everything
shit,
should be
there's nothing.
politicized,
There's
though.
nothing unique about the trans stuff.
Yeah.
You just look at it scientifically,
it's
compare it
very
to any.
unique.
No, it shouldn't be. You look at the science and you just follow the research. Right now, it looks like that's it.
They're
It's easy as
using
that.
Frankenstein science. Like society as a whole
Yeah.
stand to lose absolutely nothing from trans women breastfeeding. We have nothing to gain. Nothing to gain. All
Sure, and I
everything
mean
that
that might
loses
be a
anything.
thing that's too far, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
that might be. Yeah, that's fine.
because
But like
you
to
can go
lose
too far
all of
left,
it,
too far right.
yeah. But I just think it's weird, like for the trans stuff, it's like such a minority problem.
Mhm.
But like, how many percentages of American men get their dicks like cleaned up when they were fucking newborns? That's fucking weird. But that's like a totally normal thing, and that's impacting what half of American men or whatever, how are like fucking dick
But
cut.
circumcision.
Yeah, that's
I'm
wild
all
to me,
for
yeah.
circumcision. I'm
Then you
not
can't
for that.
possibly be for that's wild because that's
I'm not-
absolutely
I'm
no medical anything. That's just
No, well, circumcision. They say it's the because I'm not circumcised,
Yeah.
and if you don't roll it back, you're gonna get a bunch of dick cheese under there. So that's why they cut all the skin off, so you won't have all that dick cheese.
yeah. And if I chop your fucking feet off at the ankles, you probably won't have smelly shoes.
Man,
I
what the
mean, learn to
fuck?
fucking clean yourself. What the fuck? You gonna take a fucking shower?
No, it's who's talking about? I'm talking about dicks.
I know, but I'm saying you fucking clean
Dicks
your
don't
dick.
have a bunch
Yeah,
of skin on
if
it.
you chop anything off the fucking body, it's not
Right.
gonna get dirty. How many people don't clean behind their ears? We're not lobbing people's fucking ears off so they got
That's
fucking
totally
clean hole.
different.
No, it's not.
There it is.
You're chopping parts of dicks off. How are you sitting here defending dick chopping? That's wild to me.
You're not chopping the dick off.
They're
You're
chopping up part of the dick.
Well, they're just trying to keep the dick cheese from growing, man.
So-
because I get dick cheese if I don't roll back.
If
Hey,
somebody
man,
gave you a fucking hoodie with the
Enough
hood
about the
fucking
dick
removed,
cheese.
it wouldn't be okay. Dicks come with foreskins for a reason, okay? I'm just
Right.
saying. Anyway,
I totally agree.
thank you.
I'm glad I still got my foreskin.
So you should totally against little kids chopping their dicks off, right?
Only the top part.
Okay.
Bottom surgery for under 18 is, I don't think that happens in the U.S. And no, I don't think I'd ever be okay. That's a really, really extreme. Yeah, I don't think bottom surgery for under 18, but I don't think anybody really supports that. That's
So-
like the most extreme people.
So you're like with the dick skin, the circumcision. So you're
hey, shut up. Hey, what? Like, since we're on the transgender thing,
Yeah.
what is a woman to you?
What? Fuck, that's a really complicated question.
Man, come on, man.
That's an insanely fucking complicated question.
Yeah.
Here's without diving too deep in all this dumbass shit. Okay, listen.
Yeah.
Okay. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Take it easy.
If I tell you a thing, okay. In philosophy, there's a thing called a qualia. Okay, so like, what is it like to experience something? Okay. Behind you is a red curtain. If you'd never seen the color red before, and I say, there's a red curtain behind you, I can never actually express what that qualia is to you. You're not going to know unless you experience it yourself, right?
Right. Yeah.
So there are things that we experience, and when we have two brains, okay, I can never send you an idea. I can't do it. It's impossible because our brains are separate. So what I do is I speak a word, and when I say something, I hope that you have an experience that maps onto that. So when I say like, oh, this blanket is really soft, you might think soft like, oh, like a dog or a kitty cat or a pillow. You've got other experiences that map onto it, right? For all of the language that we use, when we say words, there's a whole bunch of associated concepts that like pop up when we say those words. Now, they might not map cleanly onto some universal, Platonistic form of a thing. So for instance, when I say table and I tell you to define a table, you can never give me a definition that encompasses all tables and excludes all things that aren't tables, right? Do they always have 4 legs? Does this one have 4 legs? Does it have 1? Is it something you can sit on or not? Like, it's really complicated. So when you say like, well, what is like a woman? Well, when you say woman, depending on the context, it lights up a whole bunch of concepts. So woman, they tend to dress a certain way. They tend to have certain hair. They tend to exhibit certain like characteristics. They tend to have certain body parts. They tend to have certain, right? So a woman, it really kind of depends on the circumstance, right? Like if I'm in let's say that I'm in school, right? And I'm like a grade schooler and somebody says, oh, a woman just walked by. Well, in that case, you're probably speaking more to age than like genitals or whatever, right? Because like, oh, a woman, oh shit, like Mrs. Whoever is coming into class.
When somebody said that, I think of tits and a vagina.
Sure, maybe, but like you might meet somebody.
No, not maybe. A woman walks by and someone say, "Oh, she's got tits and a vagina."
But not you're associating behaviors way more. When you see somebody in a store and you identify them as a man or a woman, you're never seeing their genitals. You have no fucking idea. You don't know if they're got a dick or a pussy.
I could totally look at you and I could tell you're a guy.
Yeah,
I might have the tightest binding in the fucking world on right now, hiding the 32 double Ds. It's like fucking
99%.
Dude, you're totally a man.
Sure, but like you're making that evaluation based on probably my voice, probably my fucking beard, but maybe shape of my body. You're not actually seeing my genitals, though. You know, or at least I don't think you are.
I can tell you got a cock.
Yeah,
I can totally
I have to wrap it around my leg twice to get the fucking
Yeah, you can tell. Like, female and male is not complicated, but people overcomplicate it to fit their narrative.
You say, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying, but like even when you say like people overcomplicate it, like gender and like how we express it is like it is a pretty complicated phenomenon.
But
right?
it's so complicated that you can't even define it. That's the problem.
Well, because we typically don't. We just kind of like when we use words, we don't have like strict definitions of like what a word is, and we even playfully joke about this. Like, is a hot dog a sandwich? Right? How crazy is it that sandwiches are things that everybody's familiar with, but you can't actually give like a strict definition of what a sandwich is? Or does cereal count as a soup? Well, yes or no. Or fucking, if you're in fucking Texas, does chili have beans in it, right? People fucking fight you to the death on this shit.
A hot dog is not a sandwich.
Okay.
It's a fucking hot dog. Look here.
Hamburger is not a sandwich. It's a hamburger. A sandwich is just 2 slices of bread.
Wait, a hamburger? Hamburger's not a sandwich?
No, it's a hamburger. A sandwich. This is a sandwich. I'm going to define what a sandwich is.
Okay.
All right. Hot dog. Bun. Weenie. Hot dog. Hamburger. Patty.
Hey, Kevin.
Bun.
What about a chicken sandwich? Chicken sandwich.
It's all
chicken sandwich.
Kevin.
Bun. Well, it's different. Now, a sandwich, typically when I think of a sandwich, when I typically think of a sandwich, I think of 2 slices of bread and whatever meat.
Ham, cheese, lettuce,
cheese, all the works.
But they're all fucking sandwiches, Kevin. It's bread and a meat.
What about a patty melt, like sourdough toast? Is that a sandwich or is that a...
Is it wrapped in lettuce or a bun?
Hey, you see what the fuck he did? He changed the subject.
I'm just saying words are complicated.
No, you changed
like
the fucking
when people say like, oh, what is a woman? And it's like, give me a definition of it. But like, what is a table? What is a chair? Like any word to define. You're talking about
my definition
it's particular versus universal. Go for it.
This is my definition
of
woman.
Go for it.
A human being with female reproductive parts.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what a woman is.
If you want to say that, that's fine. But our use case for it is, we don't usually identify people that way. We usually identify people by the way they dress and the way they appear outwardly.
We've always identified women that way.
No, we identify people
based on their
of the
sex.
time. No, based on how they look.
Yeah,
their sex.
But who chooses how to look that way? Men dress a certain way because that's how men tend to dress that way. Women like things that women like to do. That's why women like to wear makeup. They like to wear dresses. Men don't really like to wear that type.
I mean,
of
but
stuff.
it depends. I mean, you look at
Like the genders choose how they want to represent themselves.
They do, but we also feed back into each other. And we give like if you look at how you take guys out of the fucking 60s and shit that were pop stars and shit, you throw them into
70s,
today.
80s,
You got some. Yeah, you got some
Mhm.
crazy shit. Or
Yeah.
even in the 90s and 2000s, rappers wearing fucking earrings and shit.
Yeah.
In white communities, people are like my kids are gonna wear a fucking earring or jewelry
but
or
they
whatever,
still
or like
knew what the-
metrosexuals. Like
But
Yeah.
the problem
still-
is
but
they
they-
still knew there was men and they still knew there was
Yeah,
women.
Michael Jackson, if he was born today, he'd probably be trans. Prince, he'd probably
Sure.
be trans.
Yeah.
They all like that one group.
Motley Crue.
All those rock bands, they were like long hair, very feminine. Got
Yeah.
all the bitches though. They still knew that they were men.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying.
It's so
what I'm
complicated
saying,
that you
it's,
can't-
it's well, it's not complicated. It's
Yeah.
intuitive, but just because something is intuitive doesn't mean that there's not like a really sophisticated thing happening underneath, right? Like for instance, like you guys. Oh man, I used to watch your shit so long ago. I was gonna say you guys
What,
do
the
like
fitness
deadlifts,
stuff?
yeah, but
Yeah.
you don't, because you call them back snaps. You don't do
I ain't
deadlifts.
breaking my damn
You
back.
you do squats or whatever.
Fuck no.
I got
leg
a-
Fuck,
press.
okay, none of the
got a
gay
bad
exercise.
back,
Okay,
yeah.
well, fuck all that shit. Walking, okay,
Mhm.
is an incredibly complicated action. There's a ton of different things going on. You've got inner ear keeping balance. You've got eyes that are looking to make sure you're not like veering off course.
Mhm.
You've got like tons of muscle systems, right? But like you don't think about it. It's intuitive. You fucking you walk and talk at the same time. Even though both those things, like look at the Boston Dynamics robots. Like look at how many fucking millions of man hours of programming just to get a machine to fucking walk,
Mhm.
right? It's complicated, but it's intuitive, so you don't think much about it. I feel like the best evidence of like when you're thinking about like men and women or whatever is it's really funny, regardless of how you feel. If you look at like Ben Shapiro or if you look at Steven Crowder, sometimes these people will bring up trans people, and because they want to call them by their what they think they're correct, pronouns is like that's a man or whatever. When they're talking about the person though, they accidentally keep slipping into like, oh yeah, Dylan Mulvaney, was that a popular trans? I don't follow this shit.
Yeah.
That was a trans woman or whatever, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Whenever they refer to Dylan, keep saying, "Oh yeah, she's doing this." I mean, he. Yeah. I don't like Dylan because she said this. I mean, he said this, right? And I was like, okay, well, what's happening there? Is he confusing the sexual organs of the person, or are we just like mapping other things onto what we?
Well,
generally...
he's confused, and and Dylan's confused.
I
Okay.
think it's
Yeah.
just a confusing situation for everybody. They're
Yeah.
confused
Sure.
and it confuses everybody else.
Yeah. I'm not trying to say, by the way, also that like men and women don't map onto very real different like sexual characteristics. They clearly do, right? There are different reproductive systems, different reproductive gametes that like are almost always mapped onto male to male and female to female. Like that's almost always true. I'm just saying that in society, in common parlance, when we talk about like a man or a woman, there's a lot of stuff with language that's super complicated that we don't realize is happening when we say things.
I
That's
just
all.
think women have tits and vaginas. Dudes have nuts and balls and cocks.
Yeah, and most of the time that'll be true, but
But
Yeah.
even if let's say I want to be a woman,
Mhm.
I could dress like a woman. I get all sick. I could be the baddest bitch on the block, standing on the corner making all kinds of money. It still doesn't change the fact that I'm actually a guy.
Yeah.
what I guess the question is, so language exists because there's some utility, right? Like the reason why we say words is because we get something out of it. I'm invoking some idea. I'm getting some kind of response from you. Like that's why we have words, right? So the question, I guess, is like, what does it mean to be a man or woman in like a given circumstance? Because that's going to determine like these. Like if you go to the hospital, regardless of what the fuck, how you identify or whatever, like your actual biological sex is probably going to be really important depending on what you're looking at, right? You're not going to go to the hospital for a pap smear if you're a guy.
Yeah, you will if you're trans woman.
Okay, yeah. But if you are, but that's what I'm saying, right? You're gonna like the biological sex could be really important there. But like if you're, let's say that you're standing on the street corner, okay, and let's say that you lose all your muscle and you're the most lithe, nubile, beautiful, young-looking fucking
I'm a
woman
bad
ever.
bitch.
Sure. And let's say somebody sends a drive-by down the street and it's like, I want you to shoot every fucking woman you see. And a guy drives by and he sees you in your beautiful, ornate, flowery, sundress, and the guy unloads on you, and you're like, oh no, I'm not a woman, I'm a man. Well, in that case, it didn't really matter. He identified you as a woman. He clocked you as that.
Yeah,
and then-
tricked them.
Sure. Yeah. Well, you could
I
say
deceived them.
maybe, yeah. But
My position is this: transgender LGBTQ has confused and has overwhelmed people with sexual identity or gender identity that nobody can give or present a honest definition of what a woman. And because of that, now you got men going inside of female restrooms. You got men competing against females. You got men trying to breastfeed kids. If you don't have a definition for what a woman is, then these transgender women will affirm their gender by minimizing women. Because the only way a transgender woman can affirm and be an actual woman is to minimize another woman.
Yeah, maybe, and maybe they shouldn't be competing in sports because that would
Yeah.
be bad for a variety of reasons.